Action Jackson, curses be gone, and is the greatest show on Turfback. This is Raising the Bar. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Raising the Bar. With me, as usual, we got Marlon, Andrew, and Willie. What's up, fellas? How y'all feeling?
What's up? Feeling good, man. Feeling good.
And as usual, your host, Pretty Boy, a.k.a. Chief.
Chulo, eso vamos.
All right, let's get it, boys. Let's start with some pregame. All right, let's start with Buffalo and the Colts. I don't know if we want to go with Willie. Let's go with Andrew this time.
I mean, you see, he didn't bring his koozie, so clearly,
I didn't wear the hat either.
yeah, not a lot of fandage. No, I mean, Willie probably called it. They should have. Let me know they should have won, but they came close to beating them. I mean, I guarantee you, Buffalo didn't think it was going to be that close, and the game was a good game. I mean, Indianapolis played well, just. I think Buffalo played a little bit better, but it was still a good game. It was a good playoff game, and if Indy, depending if they keep Rivers or they get another quarterback, there's some out there.
Which is
options.
Felipe Rios.
Felipe
all
Rios.
these weeks.
Disclaimer, by the way, I figured everybody knew who we were talking about, but yeah, Felipe Rios is Phillip Rivers' his
Senator.
alter ego, is the interception king.
He wears that name a lot actually this season.
Proudly.
I was
Proudly.
calling him Felipe Rios because he was actually doing good, so I was like, it ain't the regular
It ain't
Phillip
Phillip Rivers.
But yeah, go ahead, man.
But no, I think if they situate the quarterback situation for next year, it could be real dangerous, especially getting Marlon Mack back as well.
Yeah.
Either that's draft capital. Either he draft capital, Taylor's draft capital, Naheem Hines. I mean, they have draft capital there as well. So
Yeah.
they got a good looking season to look forward to next year. I mean, it didn't end the way they wanted to this year, but it looks good.
Yeah.
You go
Marlon,
ahead,
Mr. Marlon.
Okay.
We're going to save the best for last over there.
I think.
I already went.
I think. Honestly, I think it says a lot of the Colts, how they played. Man, honestly, like Andrew said, they were a quarterback away. Not even like a great quarterback, just a good quarterback away from at least winning this game against the Bills. And the Bills is a high-powered offense. They were blowing every team out. And even including that, I still think they should have won the game. There'll be a couple plays that were key, and me and Willie were on the phone talking about it. It was they had a first and goal inside the 5,
at the one.
and they didn't get no touchdown. They didn't get the field goal, which I would have gone for the fourth down anyways. Honestly, I told Willie I think that's a good cost. What I would have done. Oh well, they can live with that. Then the wannabe D Ford penalty, which they were trying to catch them all sides. They wait for it until 1. They were going to call timeout and kick the field goal. Instead, they get the ball and then they go get a touchdown.
Yeah.
And that switched the whole game because I went from 7-3 Colts to 10-3 Buffalo, I think, going into halftime. So I know it just switched the whole momentum. And if you think about it, you get a point here, you get a point there, you only lost by 3.
Yeah. So.
You convert by 1 and then you tie the game. If not, you win the game. So man, props to the Colts that I feel like, I mean, they're literally a quarterback, not even a great quarterback, a good Carson Wentz from the Eagles, not this bad one, but a good Carson Wentz. You were talking about Matthew Stafford. They would have beat the Bills, and they would have the way they're playing. They would have competed with the Chiefs because that's who they would have played. And so the future's looking bright. Future's looking bright for them. I think it was a tough result to swallow, but if you're looking as a optimist, the future looking pretty good.
Yeah, man, it's just losing teams. They know they find a way to lose, man. We should have won the game. I believe they were gonna win it because we have a very complete team, but those plays, man, they were key. That should have been a touchdown. In my opinion, I would have kicked the field goal, to be honest with you, on that when it was first and goal at the 1 yard line. When it was fourth down, I would have kicked it, man, because you already had 3 chances, you didn't get in the end zone, and then on that same play. Okay, you think you got them backed up? They drove it 90-something yards, and they got a touchdown, right? And then that offsides, they're trying to get you to go offsides, and you did it. Those are just little mistakes that championship teams don't do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when we talk about the quarterback position, man, just Phillip Rivers just missing guys, man. It's just clear. Like, some guys were open, he's missing them by a ton, and it's just a bunch of, loser type things that we were doing. You know what I'm saying? Which Buffalo doesn't have a winning experience either, so they were really learning too. But and then at the end of the game, at the final drive, I didn't like it at all what we were doing. I mean, we got lucky, right, with the fumble.
Yeah, that play.
That could have been that could have been called a fumble. It's just that they ruled it first that his knee was down. Because if they would have done it the other way, it would have stayed a fumble. So they give us the opportunity to do it, and instead of us, making the correct plays, Phillip Rivers is getting scared. He threw two like out of bounds pretty much. He don't even try to create it to catch the throw a catchable ball. And that's what really was pissing me off, because with 4 seconds left, and on top of that, Phillip Rivers can't even throw the damn ball, and they leave him for the Hail Mary.
Yeah, they should have put Brissett in there. Honestly,
it was like fucking 10 yards off.
5. Give him his credit. He was 5.
He threw that shit.
But that was intended for T.Y. Hill to catch it.
Everybody was like at the 8-yard line. Like, what the fuck was that gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what was pissing me off, man. We should have won that game, and I mean, it's a good season and everything, but going to the future, we've been saying this for like 3 years now, and these guys are gonna start getting big contracts. They're gonna become free agents, and nobody's gonna play through the rookie contracts all
But
all the
literally,
time.
A lot of those guys are literally rookies or second year.
But that's what I'm saying, though. And then they're gonna graduate.
Yeah,
they gotta
the rookie
go.
Contracts, I'm sure you get 3 or 4 years. So they still have 1 or 2 left. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But the one thing the Colts are clearly showing what they're doing is they draft well, or they pick them up non-drafted, but they're
off the waiver wire.
They're picking up.
Yeah.
They're picking it all.
Or
good
give them,
because a lot of these guys are like first, second year players. So I don't know if they're drafting all of them or they're getting from free agency or I don't know what, but they're doing a good job.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if they can go get supposedly they're trying to get Mac Jones or get one of those players from college that are really good. Hey, man.
But one of your O-lines retired, right? I'm guessing he was a starter, right? I don't know if you heard about that. Anthony Costanzo?
No, he was he retired? Is that what you're talking about? Because there's also a guy that was like from the practice squad going to play for Green Bay.
No, no, not him. So Anthony Costanzo, because I saw it on another podcast that we're not gonna shout out. he played with him, and he was like, I want to give a shout out to
Yeah.
So.
Raising the bar.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man. So sad result, but we move on. We'll be better next year.
All right. Good stuff. What about Rams and Seahawks? Let's go with Marlon on that one.
Let's go with Marlon. Mr. Russell Wilson should be MVP every year.
Yeah,
if not him, Rodgers.
The MVP doesn't. I mean, it's hard to win games by yourself. And
no, that was not on him.
No,
that was a team loss.
First of all, the defense that was showing out for the last 12 games. Now I don't want to say 12, but last 10 they let Jared Goff led Rams put 30. That should never happen. I think Jared Goff he threw like 9 passes or completed 9 passes.
I think so.
And so that should never happen. First of all, second of all, no running game, which is what we've been saying that's their Achilles heel. And Russell Wilson could have had a better game, but I mean it's just hard. It's just one of those games where we talk about in the playoffs. If you get put on 30, you're not gonna win the game. It's those Aaron Rodgers games that we talk about. Like, well, why didn't he do better? Well, I mean. Shoot, if they put 30 on you, it's hard for you to put 32, 35, so should they have done better? Yeah, I think that was
Do you think Wilson had a good game?
No, I don't think he had a good game, but I don't think he had a terrible game to where you can put the blame on him. I personally wouldn't, and I don't think nobody is. I mean, you can only do what you can do with a certain team that you have, and they should have done better, but you're also playing against the best defense in the NFL. You gotta think about that, And if you don't have a lot of options, it's hard. And DK Metcalf didn't come out to play as he should have. Tyler Lockett wasn't really there, and you're playing against the best if you want to say the best defense, best secondary, and nobody's gonna debate that. You got Jalen Ramsey, you got a bunch, you got talented players. Aaron Donald, of course, got a little nicked up, but still, man, it's a tough team to play against. So, yeah, that was unexpected. I picked the Seahawks, but I mean, it's playoffs. Anything like that can happen, especially when they were we talked about that the same division. they
played each other all year.
They know each other, and it just.
Well, you know what? I gotta look at the record, but what we talked about when we touched on this in a second, but being a team three times.
Did the Seahawks win both?
I don't know. I think they did. I think they did win, but I don't know. I have to look it up. But
I mean, they won the last one, which was week 16.
But I believe they won the first one as well. Yeah. And I'll have to look it up because that's back when Seattle was hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it goes to being a team three times is difficult in a season. Not to mention, it just felt like Seattle did not play as a unit. They were missing cues. They were missing this, missing that, and it was really strange to see that from Pete Carroll led Seattle team with Russell Wilson and those guys. Like, it didn't look like a complete unit. It like a bunch of rookies out there, or a bunch of amateurs, guys that you just picked up and who are talented, and said, "Hey, can you guys go play a game?" And there was no chemistry, no cohesion. So
yeah, I mean, tough luck for Wilson and them because obviously they have a good team, but yeah, the reason why I had Seattle winning is because I don't have no faith in Jared Goff. But in reality, we know they have a hell of a team, especially with their defense. And they were in the Super Bowl not too long ago, so they have a.
He's popping his elbow.
Yeah.
No, so they were. They had a good.
They were 1-1, Drew. Sorry, 1-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you, and it was. I'm assuming it was, just something that was not going the way that the Seattle wanted to, because everybody thought it was going to be such a low scoring game, and it turned out to be 30-20.
It started low scoring, but then Rams, when they took the initiative, they scored. Then they took a 10-point lead. That's when they're like, all right. But it was a low scoring game for the first half. But yeah, I mean, that's just how it is.
That's how it goes.
But Seattle, I mean, another year, another thing. They have a lot of holes they need to fix. And the Rams, man, they're literally probably just like the Colts, probably literally one good quarterback away from really competing. And
John Walford.
Who?
The quarterback, the one that
John Walford from the Houston Rockets.
No, his name is like John. What's his name? John Walford or John?
Walford.
No, the quarterback that started the game against LA.
Against or for?
Against, Walford. He started the game against, and he got hurt, and that's why they put Goff in.
Oh yeah,
Goff didn't start.
For LA.
He didn't start this week.
No, it's Walford. WL.
Man, see what I'm telling you? Fuck, nobody has faith in that dude. He's overrated.
He didn't start because of his thumb.
He's hurt. He just he had surgery.
Moving on. All right. What about Tampa and Washington?
I'll keep this one quick. Tampa kind of got lucky there playing Washington.
Chief's like,
shout out to Chief in the back snoring. That's how much
snooze face.
I got my pup, my bulldog in the background snoring, so the guys are making fun of me.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one.
And his name is Chief.
Pretty easy. Tampa got lucky there playing Washington. I think if they were playing another team, a more talented offense, they would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
Hey, kudos to the quarterback, man. That dude, he came out of nowhere. He might have a real actual chance of getting the starting position next year.
What's his name? Heineke? Or
Walter was in love with him. Walter was like, man, that fucking quarterback, man. Damn, he came in and did his thing and all this. Hey, Walter, he's Brady hater too, so. I mean,
shout out to all the Brady haters.
Yeah, Washington, they did what they could. That was gonna happen. They Tampa Bay struggled a little bit. So
I wanted to make them sweat.
That was as good as Washington could ask for right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
You second it. Yep.
Second that. All right. What about Baltimore and Tennessee?
Oh, I want to go at that one first.
Baltimore.
Man.
All right.
Oh, what? Well, come on, man.
Willie, you got the mic.
Give Lamar Jackson some respect, boy. You about to do it or not?
Respect in the name.
Come on, man.
Oh, no. Willie, you said you were going to go first, so.
You know what?
You got the mic first.
Hey, it was a hell of a game, man. I enjoyed that game.
Yeah, it was a fun game to watch.
It was worth the watch. And I got to give props to Lamar Jackson. He didn't have a spectacular throwing game, but he did what he had to do. And his runs were impressive. His runs are as impressive as a quarterback throwing a ball, like, beautifully. I mean, actually, it's more rare. So, I'm not saying that you can win the Super Bowl.
Why do you think that?
Hold on. Let him.
I'm not saying you can win the Super Bowl like that, but I was really impressed with the way he stepped up in the clutch and in important moments. Like, all those plays came in really important moments, And on top of that, we're talking about a player that in reality doesn't have weapons like that. Like, everybody criticizes him a lot. Man, your fucking best receiver is Dez Bryant. That dude just came off of Achilles tear, and then, what's his name?
Marquise Brown.
Brown.
Hollywood Brown.
But there's not much to work with over there. They were throwing it to the fullback. The fullback was taking the show like 3 plays in a row when they went and scored a touchdown. His name is Ricard or something like that. Fat ass dude, like he can barely run. You didn't see those plays? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So props to them, man. They did their thing. They beat Tennessee. Tennessee is they killed the monster, right?
Yeah.
The running back.
Won the
Gotta
battle of the offensive line.
Stop Henry. Yeah.
Henry, man. Everybody's talking about Henry. What'd I tell you? All right, they're gonna stop Henry. They're gonna make Tannehill throw. It worked.
That's what Kansas City did.
Yes, sir.
So what you got to say now, boy?
What was the score of the game?
It was 2013.
Playoff football.
13.
Playoff football. What you
So
want?
the defense holds them down to 13 points, and you're gonna give credit to this guy like if he's like
He got 20.
It's his football. This isn't baseball. Like,
But you just said 20 and 2030 was a high scoring game for LA and Seattle. So why?
I mean,
yeah, because
are you trying to say it was just a 1 possession game or what?
No, what I'm trying to say is that they're giving Willie's giving so much credit to Lamar Jackson. Like if he pulled off a nail biter out of nowhere, oh my God,
It went down to the wire.
They scored 13 points at times. The Ravens defense shut them down.
Okay.
But you still got to score points.
You do got to score, but he scored 20. Like
That's 3 touchdowns.
He scored 20, but there were drives that started in his side of the field. The defense didn't cause no turnovers where you could start from like up there past the 50-yard line. Everything was starting from the back of the field. I mean, he did his thing.
He drove. Yeah, it's good. But okay, what did we say? What did I say here from the beginning? And
what's his total yards? Total.
Me and Anthony were watching the game, and remember I was telling you like this is what they're gonna say that he's having an incredible game. The dude was missing open throws again. He ran, I'm pretty sure, for more than what he threw, and he threw an interception in the first quarter that was ridiculous. Like all I ever said, all he did was prove me right. I said he's a great athlete, which is why he's gonna be a good quarterback, but he's not a
You did not say he was going to be a good quarterback.
No. I said he's a great athlete, which will make him a good quarterback in y'all's eyes. But if you can't throw a ball, I can't put him as a good quarterback because you can't win like that. And he's not going to win.
So you're resigning the position of quarterback to strictly throwing the ball.
No.
That's what you're saying.
That's what you're saying. That's what your primary attribute should be.
No, it's not.
Yes, it should be. Because you tell me one running quarterback that's one.
The position's
Patrick
evolving.
Mahomes.
He's not a running quarterback.
He's mobile.
Patrick Mahomes just threw for 5,000 yards. How is he a running quarterback?
No, but
this guy threw for 2,500.
But he
as a quarterback.
But what you're saying
because he runs a lot. He's getting yards. What's his total yards? He had like 400 yards in one game.
That position is evolving.
It's not evolving.
It is evolving.
It's evolving to someone that can throw the ball and run away from the pocket and run with the ball. Yes, a Kyler Murray, a Russell Wilson that's a little slower than them. I understand that. This guy is literally grabs the ball, puts his head down, and runs. Like if he was playing wildcat offense. Wildcat offense couldn't even win in college.
No, you're lying. That long ass run that he had for a touchdown, he stepped back, he looked, somebody was open, and he broke down.
He stepped back, saw, okay, he looked, because that's what you should do. And then he saw the space and threw, okay, I mean, and ran.
That's not wildcat.
Okay. That's not, but what I'm saying is that we saw the game. Remember, he would run. He would run first. I'm like,
we all saw the game. That's what we're talking about it.
Y'all saw something different because, okay, did he have a good performance? Yeah, but y'all are making it seem like this guy just had a performance out of his, like...
Martin, how do you were giving props to Tannehill. You gonna tell me that Tannehill's better than Lamar Jackson? No, you were before that. You were like, Tannehill's doing his thing, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, because...
you'd rather have Tannehill than have Lamar Jackson?
I gave props to Tannehill because nobody expected him to do what he was doing, so I was like, props to him because nobody... It's like when Phillip Rivers was doing good. We were like, oh, damn, he's not intercepting the ball. Props to him. He was doing 1 touchdown a game. It just props that he wasn't throwing the ball to the other team.
Exactly.
So you got to give him the props. Lamar Jackson, they put him in this pedestal like he's not gonna do that this week, and he's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. He can't run on teams like that. And then when he gets to pure throwing, he's gonna be shown like how he did against Tennessee. He threw an interception.
So you got Buffalo. I got the Ravens.
I mean, we'll get to that, man. We'll get to that.
We're gonna get
Come on, son. And Andrew, cut these boys off, man. End it, please, because we're gonna be here all night.
I think you can't resign the position of quarterback to strictly throwing the ball and say when someone who's not as a proficient thrower as Aaron Rodgers, as Tom Brady, as Drew Brees is no longer a good quarterback because he can't stand in the pocket. Well, those guys can't run like him.
I didn't say he's a good quarterback. I said he wasn't gonna win, and that you gotta have a good quarterback to win the Super Bowl. He's not gonna win, not like that.
Kaepernick didn't take the 49ers to the Super Bowl.
Did they win?
They're one power outage away.
Marlon, just because they didn't win, I know a lot of fucking great quarterbacks that could throw the shit at the ball and didn't win a Super Bowl.
Jimmy G.
Kaepernick.
Shout out to the
was a better
49
thrower of
fans.
the ball.
He was a better thrower of the ball, but he ran just as much.
And was he a running quarterback?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Did
exactly how he
Kaepernick
beat
play
Green
for a
Bay
better team?
Twice.
Yes.
Okay then.
Okay.
49ers.
Kaepernick lasted 2 years in the league. 2 years.
His demise was not
Okay.
Oh, Marlon, come on.
His
That's a
demise
negative.
was
You got
not-
negative, Bill. Bing, bing,
Yeah,
bing, bing,
that
bing.
was his demise. But what I'm saying is, if you would have been such a big quarterback, somebody would have picked him up. Dude, there's people kicking.
Marlon.
Are you serious?
That was
Are
political.
you serious? That
There's-
was purely
That
political.
was political.
Look,
You're wrong
there's
right there.
people-
Negative five. Negative five
There's
for that.
people kicking people in the fucking face, girls, and people
don't
like
matter.
killing
That's
people.
Get the
and
fuck
they-
out. Where's
That's
Ray
not
Rice?
political.
You don't see Ray Rice no
Antonio
more.
Brown's over here like Antonio Brown right now is like freezing his feet and doing.
That
some
wasn't a
other
kick though. That was
bullshit.
an uppercut.
Antonio
Come on.
Antonio Brown's only in the league because fucking Brady's vouching
You're talking
for
about
him.
Kareem Hunt.
Well, if a
He had
quarterback,
the
well,
kick.
if a coach is like, you know what, I could win with this guy. You know what, I'm gonna vouch for
He was
him.
blackballed.
Nah, Marlon, you
that
tripping.
was-
But
You
listen,
tripping.
yeah.
Hold on, you know what? Fuck it. Let's move on.
All right, enough about Baltimore and Tennessee. Let's go with the Saints and the Bears. Drew?
I think New Orleans lucked out that they were playing Chicago. If they were playing anyone else, they would have been in trouble. Reason being is, and I think, well, partly that's also Chicago's defense. Chicago's defense held New Orleans 21 points, who averages more than 30 points a game. And they really only got that last touchdown because Chicago's defense was tired because their offense kept going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out.
Yeah.
Chicago has a better offense.
That was a
better
low-scoring game as well, too, right?
Yeah.
It started.
21-9.
Yeah.
But it was low scoring.
But it was low scoring the whole. They got that last touchdown in the last quarter. But if Chicago has a slightly better offense, who doesn't fucking go out 3 and out 17 times in a row, New Orleans may not win that game.
Yeah. Playoff football, man.
Yeah, man,
It's
but
better
I have to
somebody.
get at you for that one, man. I was telling you about Trubisky and the offense is terrible,
Right,
man.
and they are.
Golly, that was a horrible performance, to be honest with you. Like you saying, maybe if New Orleans would have played any other team, but Chicago was not even close. Like, as good as the defense was playing, they laid a goose egg on offense, man. That was terrible. And they need to look to move on from that quarterback, to be honest with you, because, that's horrible. But I can only imagine how devastated the defense was for Chicago. Like, damn, again?
Yeah.
Again?
No, but look,
I just sat down.
I know y'all want to bash on Trubisky, and he deserves the bashing. But
Yeah, two good throws.
The
whole
game should have changed if I forgot his name, Wicks or what?
Knicks?
No.
Come on, Keem Knicks?
Winks or I don't know. The guy that fucking had the ball in his hands and couldn't fucking put it in his hands.
Oh, yeah.
The 50-yard pass. They would have gone up 10-7. I'm not saying they would have, but that would have made it a little more
Oh,
interesting.
shit.
Yeah,
You take
yeah.
any type of lead.
Wins. I don't know that guy's name. Anyways, that guy.
It went right
Wow.
through his hands. Like,
Bad. That would have changed the game. Just for the simple fact that Chicago would have got an extra motivation if they were already putting up a good fight anyways. And maybe would have made it interesting. They probably would have lost anyways. But you can't. That's like missing a layup with 1 second left and a wide open layup. Like you have to. That's just automatic. That's your job.
Especially against a team like New Orleans.
Yeah,
You
so,
got to take those points.
So that was a big one, but yeah, no. But we said it. We said Chicago, Washington. It should have been easier, and that's why it's the difference in playoffs, man. Because
Not Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew thought it was. He thought Chicago was going to do better.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I'll call you out on
Man,
that.
he-
I
that's
remember.
fine.
I feel like he
That's fine.
wanted Chicago to win
yeah,
more than
because
he
wanted to
thought.
play
Yeah.
Green Bay. Yeah, he wanted to play, but no, those teams are bad.
I mean, Trubisky or Goff. I mean, yeah, really, it's Christmas Day. It's Christmas fucking dinner in Green Bay. Either way,
Yeah, but you're also playing the best defense, or you would have played. Well, Chicago's a really good defense too.
it's gonna be fucking snowing in Green Bay, and they live in LA and play in a dome. So
That's true.
we'll be alright.
We'll get on to that.
All right. Let's end this pregame with Cleveland and Pittsburgh.
Wow,
Let's
I don't know
go.
who I gotta say, but I told y'all. I told you. I don't know who I gotta say it to.
Hold on, but to be fair, we all called Cleveland, and the only reason we switched our
We
pick,
all switched your
or I
picks.
switched my pick, was because I didn't think that they would be able to execute or call the plays the way they were
Yeah.
doing it. But a lot had to do with, in my opinion, that the Steelers lost that game.
Oh.
No. Well,
They
yeah.
both.
No,
It's both. It's
they
both.
lost the
Both.
game, but
'Cause-
Cleveland didn't. They didn't just like, oh hey, thanks. They fucking took
Yeah, they
that
came
shit
in.
too.
It's
Yeah.
one of those things that, like, you leave the car on, and then somebody's just like,
Yeah.
well, I was intending to rob a car, but since it's already on,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they did. I mean,
Maybe.
you start off with -7 on the first play, and then the second play interception, 28-0. That, like, come on, man, it was a easy. Because I'll tell you what, luckily Baker Mayfield, my respects to him, he stepped up because for a while there, I thought they were coming back.
Yeah.
That goes to show you how much of a losing mentality the Browns can have, man. And the Steelers, if they would have just been on their P's and Q's from the beginning, I think it could have been different. But I think they lost the game. The way they started and everything, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know what the great Marlon has to say about the great Steelers 11-0.
Yeah. I mean,
Tell us how you really feel.
I wish. I'm gonna see if our editor can edit every single week me just talking about the Steelers and it lead to this. But they are who I thought they were. And they didn't let me off the hook. They proved me right. Like, Steelers are not a good team. And I've been saying it, Ben Roethlisberger, we can see at the beginning of the season. I said, right now they're looking good, but we're going to see it.
Over 60 times.
Yo, let the man speak, Drew.
Here we go with that.
No, that's crazy for their offense.
Oh,
No.
I thought you were going to go with the 500 yards and shit. I'm like, no, they have to do it.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I bet your motherfucker's barely waking up right now. Like, ugh.
With his arms
Sore.
Yo, like the Steelers, they're just not a good team. And it didn't help that their two best defenders got hurt for the rest of the season, Bud Dupree and I forgot the other guy's name. But yeah, like they're just not that great of a team. But props to, like Willie said, props to Cleveland, man, because that would have been a typical Cleveland, like, all right, you're already up 14-0, and the Steelers somehow still find a way. No, They kept shoving it down their throats, pause, and like even when the Steelers came back to 11, we're like, oh.
All right, moving on. Let's get to these picks, boys. We're going to start off with the Rams in Green Bay. Ooh. You know what, Andrew, you're going to be last on this one.
I think we all agree. I mean, you don't like Jared Goff.
I fucking hate
Aaron
Jared
Rodgers
Goff.
was the greatest quarterback to ever have played. This guy just happens to like Green Bay.
He just happens to. So we all agree on the Rams.
Especially if Aaron Donald's hurt.
Yeah, which I'm checking to see right now if he is.
Is Jared Goff still alive?
Jared Goff is named.
Oh, he's still alive? Okay, then we're going to pick Green Bay.
Especially if Jared Goff is playing.
That's what I'm saying. If he's still alive, he's got to play because the other guy got hurt.
He's out? He's done?
No, he's out. They've already ruled him out for that game.
So Jared Goff's got to play, or we'll take that third-string quarterback. That's fine. Put him in. We don't mind.
Felipe Rios, you were able. We heard you're free this weekend.
Colin Kaepernick.
Isn't he a kicker?
I believe he is.
Oh, right. So we all got Green Bay on that one?
I mean, if you want to know why, I can tell you.
But I mean, yeah.
Green Bay. No, I'm just.
Do you want to elaborate?
For the fans.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure with the koozie says
Greatest
it all.
quarterback.
All right, let's go with Baltimore and Buffalo.
All right, this is where you get interesting.
This one gets real interesting.
All right, man. I'm going Baltimore. We're throwing a 12 on this one or what, homie?
I'm also going to go Baltimore.
I am 12. I'm 24 under, so I'm good on the betting.
Yeah.
You better start paying up, boy. We drinking Gatorade over here.
Blaze.
It's my fault y'all drinking Gatorade and water, huh?
Yeah, no, I wasn't too impressed with the Buffalo the way they played against the Colts, but the Colts they have a really good defense and they have a really good offensive line and they were running the ball well. So I mean, it was more props to the Colts than the Bills. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I think they're gonna come back strong. Ravens defense is good as fuck too, but I think it'll be a pretty good match. But I'm gonna go with Buffalo and they're at home. I know it's not much of a difference with no fans. Well, they had like 6,000 fans, didn't they?
They had like 6,000 fans, but there's supposed to be some big snow in Buffalo.
Well, that's not good because that was gonna benefit the Ravens. They're more a running team.
Right.
But I like Josh Allen, man, honestly, and I like him better than I like Lamar Jackson. So
you don't say.
Yeah.
Nah.
I never knew.
So we got 3 Baltimore, 1
You got Baltimore also?
No, I got Buffalo on this one too. So, but Andrew never bet, so I mean we ain't got nothing to worry about.
What do you mean I never bet? I bet last week against Cleveland. I always bet. We just depend on which one we bet on. But
so what we doing in 12?
Oh, we'll see. Hold on.
I just want to see a KC and a Buffalo AFC Championship. Anyway,
Do we ever check our results? See how we?
I posted on the internet about the pigs with the pictures and the beer mugs.
Yeah.
Oh,
you gotta get to the end of the video to watch. No. That's at the Instagram. I don't have Instagram, so
I'll put it on Facebook too.
I don't have Facebook either.
Right, I'll just text them to you next time.
You need to get some fucking social media if you want to be a social media
Hit me up on
personality.
Snapchat. There we go.
For 10 seconds.
all right. Next up, we got Cleveland and KC.
This is another good one. Conundrum.
Man, I would like to see it, but
Man, I don't think people are giving enough
we're not.
Possibility to the Browns.
No.
I think it's going to be a lot closer than y'all might think.
No, nobody said
it
that.
will.
But
It will.
It's an inexperienced Cleveland team against
a very experienced.
Not only are they experienced, they're just the best
Talented.
team. Like so.
Yeah. What's the margin on the score? What do you give it?
What I think is gonna go, I think it's gonna be a 3 or 4 point game. I really do. I think 4 because I think they're gonna have to end up getting a touchdown at the end, and that's where Cleveland's not gonna get it. But I don't know what ESPN probably like minus. I think they're doing -7,
-10.
-10.
I was gonna say -10.
I'm giving a touchdown.
So they're so they're supposed to blow them out because -10 means they're gonna beat them by more than 10 points. So that's
For those who don't know what -10 means.
yeah.
I think Kansas
A lot of
City's
people don't know
gonna
what
win by a
Yeah.
because they would think, -10 that means 10 or less points. No, that means they're gonna beat them by more than 10 points. That's ridiculous. I think.
The spread.
So I think they'll win by 4 points. Kansas City will.
By
Like
4 points.
Like
Okay.
a 27-23 game or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Drew?
with KC, but barely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barely.
I mean, if it was honestly, if it was any other team besides Kansas City, I'd pick Cleveland. But I think at the end of the day, their ability to score, essentially at will, almost, it's hard to pick
Cleveland's
against them.
gonna pound the ball.
I think so too.
They're just-
I think the way if Cleveland's gonna win, the way it's gonna be is keep Kansas City off the field, run the ball, and just eat up as much clock and give them as little opportunity. The problem is,
right.
you give Patrick Mahomes an inch, he's gonna take a mile. You give him 10 seconds, that's all he needs. So with that being said, it will be closer, but I still got Kansas City on that one, unfortunately. Cleveland, it ends today, ends Sunday.
And already a winning season for Cleveland, man. Getting to
I mean-
playoffs, Super Bowl. Fucking beating Pittsburgh,
Twice.
they went to Disneyland.
Twice.
So
They beat Pittsburgh twice.
Yeah, but in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I'm saying that would be like the Disneyland. Like, oh my God, we're going to
You
Disneyland.
fuck up, but you know what? Are the coaches and everybody's gonna be back already or no?
They should.
They should be. I believe they should be.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm rooting for Cleveland, man. But don't cry if the miracle happens. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna cry if it happens.
I mean, if there's ever a year for Cleveland to win a Super Bowl, it's the season of 2020.
Oh yeah, the pandemic. We said it.
I'm gonna take my first 2 weeks of vacation this year, and y'all will not see me for 2 weeks.
Show canceled.
Anyway, moving on. Tampa and the Saints.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be aired on the History Channel.
Yeah. Battle of the old farts.
Damn. This is gonna be a good matchup.
You know
But
what
fuck
the
it, I'm going New Orleans, man. I'm going with it. I'd like to think that they could have played better than they did against Chicago. Chicago had a great defense, and they still scored 21 points. So
Yeah.
Tampa didn't look that good against Washington, I don't think. So I'm going New Orleans, man. They're gonna do it again.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is I'm gonna go New Orleans as well, and I don't necessarily think that it's that Tampa didn't necessarily score a bunch, but the fact that they didn't stop Washington from scoring.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Washington's defense is good. Their offense may not be very good, but their defense is good. They've got a good defense.
Yeah.
So for them to only score, they scored 31, so that's still good. But I think it's the more surprising fact is the fact that Washington was able to score 23 on Tampa's defense, as opposed to New Orleans scoring 21 on Chicago's defense, which is a better defense in my opinion.
Yeah, you wanted them to look like what Saints did to the Chicago.
Yeah.
Because Chicago they scored 9, but the last the touchdown was literally the last play of the game.
Yeah.
So really it was 3, and that's what you're saying Washington should have looked like.
Yes, that's what Washington should look like with the offense they had. So I think that's a little bit more concerning for Tampa Bay is that they allowed, if you allow Washington to score 23, I can only imagine what you're going to allow New Orleans and Alvin Kamara. Michael Thomas is back. He caught a touchdown, got that confidence. Him and Drew Brees are back. It's going to be tough. I'm hoping that
It's still going to be a close game, though.
I think
in my
it'll be
opinion.
because it's a divisional.
Yeah. On
It's
top of that, I think that Tampa Bay they're gonna study the game tapes and they're gonna get better. I think because we go back to the experience with Brady and then Antonio Brown's back. He got his mojo back. Shit, the offense is looking good. If the defense could just step up and have a decent game, they can win the game. If they play like they did against Washington, obviously you're gonna lose, right? But once upon a time in the season, we were talking about a good Tampa defense.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I mean, I would have to be an expert and really see the details of what was going on. But shit, they're slacking
It's
now.
because Tampa Bay's defense all season has been very hit and miss. So like they look like the best defense in the league, and then they look like a completely bad defense.
That's what I'm saying.
Very inconsistent.
And it's just real weird with them. But
we're gonna call one of the reporters for Tampa Bay and see why.
What they've been doing at practice. No, I'm gonna go with New Orleans also, just because I feel like they have the overall better team. Even though Tampa Bay has a really good team, I think New Orleans has the best player for player. They have the best team in the NFL. And I just think maybe a little bit more talent. It's gonna be a close one. I think they'll win it, but I definitely wouldn't bet on this game if I had to bet on it, because it's Tom Brady in the playoffs, man. He's just a different animal. And the Saints in the playoffs, we know them.
Yeah,
they know how to choke it. So we'll see. But I'm gonna go with New Orleans, just overall a little bit better talent.
Our host.
I want New Orleans to win, but I feel like Tampa may get it at the end. I feel like losing to them 3 times. I don't think they're gonna let that happen.
The good thing is
Brady's gonna go out for revenge, man. So
the last time they played was a while back, so it's not like it's real fresh and you just have them in your mind. And I don't even know if Michael Thomas played the last time
he
they
didn't,
played.
and they still lost 30.
So,
they still beat them 31-3.
That's why I'm kind of optimistic, and I think Breeze is playing a little bit better than he was. Like right after the injury, he was
he got back in that rhythm.
shaky.
Like he's back in it.
I'm rooting for the Saints, but like I said, I feel like Tampa may come up with
That's a very good point, and honestly, I'd rather play Tampa than New Orleans again.
Let's get to this bar talk. Going back on that intro, fellas, is KC the new greatest show on turf? What y'all think about that?
I think
that they don't play on turf, but going on what
let's
I
call
think
them the greatest show on earth. Is that
Yeah. That's why he put
the
greatest show on turf.
You gotta be on turf.
I will say that they are the funnest team to watch in a long time. I think them and the last team I could remember that was just beautiful to watch on offense like that was probably the Patriots when they went 18-0 and then they lost in the Super Bowl.
The Broncos were fun to watch.
The Broncos were pretty, but I think Broncos were more like, really good at everything that they do, but these dudes are flashy.
Yeah.
Like they're more like the receiver can catch the ball right here on a little quick short pass and he takes it to the house. And I think what the Broncos used to do was more like, all right, 10 yards. 30 yards.
They used to, dink and dunk.
Yeah,
and
these motherfuckers were just out of nowhere. Touchdown,
They look like a college team, like OU playing against those teams.
Yeah, so they might be I don't know if ever, but what was the question?
Greatest show on turf. I mean,
right now they're must-see TV, man, for sure.
No, they're very reminiscent of that St. Louis team that went to 2 Super Bowls back to back and
should have won both.
They should have won both, honestly.
Or they could have won 0.
Yeah, I guess Tennessee.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a good Tennessee team too, as well. But
that was a long yard.
I think
it wasn't that close. You know how they make it seem like, the end zone was like over there.
I was close. But no, like they're fun to watch, man. But like it is very. The one thing they're missing is like that key running back element, like a Marshall Faulk, like that St. Louis team did have. But I mean, they make up for it
with the
tight ends and the receiving abilities. Kurt Warner. Mahomes is an athletic version of Kurt Warner. I mean, he can throw the ball really well and accurate, but he can also get out and run and move a little bit. I think they are the new greatest show on turf. And let's hope they aren't, though, because they only won one Super Bowl. So,
or let's hope they are. It depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
But they're the most talented team, and they're fun to watch. And really, as long as they got Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes there, you could lose all your wide receivers, get new guys. They might not be as good, but they're going to be running similar plays. You know what I'm saying?
I would disagree with that.
No, they will.
I think a lot of it has to do with their personnel.
Yeah, but you realize the personnel that they've got. They went and got McCole Hardman because they thought Tyreek Hill got hurt, and they were like, let's go get a little quick guy. And so they're going to bring people that's going to go in with that. The next guy,
they're going to fill in their slots
from retirement, give him fresh legs. He's going to do the same thing.
But how lucky are you to find that speed that Tyreek has?
No, that's why I said you're not going to be as good, but that's what they would try to go for, right? Yeah. But no, they're impressive to watch, and but they've been slacking these last couple of games. Of course, keeping games close and stuff. So hopefully they don't get up. Well, or maybe they will get upset, against Cleveland. But it should be an interesting one. We'll see how they play after being rested for
2 weeks.
Well, really like 3, because 2 weeks. But I mean the game so 2 weeks, a little bit more than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So So we'll see how they come out. Hopefully they don't come out too rusty. But one thing about them, they can come out rusty and then
Just
they
cut
can
it
come
off.
back and so yeah.
I like it. I like all the positive things y'all just said. So I appreciate it. All right. Next up, Watson wants out of Houston. Where should he go?
Indianapolis. Nah, there's no way they could do it in Divisional. They wouldn't trade him there.
I don't know where he should go. I think what they're saying is that he might go to Miami, but that'll probably be that's what they're saying.
He should go. Honestly,
No more Tua time, Andrew?
No.
Nah, there's a
It's
lot
two
of
times.
places that
In
he
Houston,
should go to.
if he could go to New England, that would be like wow. But I think San Francisco would be good for him.
What about Chicago?
Chicago, I wouldn't go to Chicago, man. They have a good team, but fuck, going to play in Chicago, man, it's cold, and then you know there's a lot of wind that'll affect you as a quarterback. I think.
San Francisco would be great for him because they have a running game if they stay healthy. Of course, injuries are big. They have a good defense if they stay healthy. George Kittle, number one. You got Brandon Ayuk that came out of nowhere as a rookie.
Yeah.
Still
got Deebo Samuels when he gets healthy.
When he gets healthy again after his injury. They're missing the quarterback, man. So they were one quarterback away from beating the Chiefs, and that's the greatest show on turf, the new one. So
goes to prove me right. Jimmy G is trash, y'all. Yeah, everybody was saying, "No, he's good." Like, fuck that dude sucks. But anyways, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, about Watson.
if you wanna win, of course he's not gonna
Put
pick
Booby in.
If you want to win,
Because he about to
I
spin.
would go with, and then I like their coach.
But why not Miami though? They have a good team, man.
But they got a rookie Tua.
No,
and
they're trading. They're gonna swap.
Yeah, but that's what they would.
They were talking about swapping.
And then you got Fitzmagic.
I mean,
good backup.
That's a good backup.
it's a good back.
But yeah, you could do Miami.
I mean, of course, if he was going to New England, but no, because there's nothing to get.
They have no weapons.
Yeah,
there.
there's nothing to
They
get
have.
from
Yeah,
them.
but I mean, I would love to see
that'd
him.
be interesting.
I would love to see him with Belichick.
Nah, Belichick's gonna draft Fields from Ohio State. Watch.
You think he'll fall that late?
I mean, with the performance that a lot of it had to do with his injury, I think. But he might fall back like that.
Because there's a couple teams that are pretty trash ahead of them.
But they were saying that a lot of them don't need quarterbacks like that. I mean, I would have to see how with the positions.
Jaguars too, and Jets. Jets are probably gonna stay with Sam Darnold. So, but anyways, who was talking about about Miami?
He should go to Indy. That's where he really should go. But
No,
we'll give him Andrew Luck.
If Phillip Rivers, did you give up Phillip Rivers?
Yeah.
Not Felipe Rios.
If he went to Indianapolis, honestly, they would probably be. I don't want to say the favorites, but they would probably even pass the Bills as like depending on how the Bills.
The only reason there's no way you could trade for them is just because they're rivals.
Yeah.
If they were not rivals, Indianapolis be making that phone call like, "Hey, who the fuck do you want? You want the owner? You can have the owner."
We got a washing machine.
I don't think that's an issue with some teams. I think some teams, yes. I don't think you have the problem in the AFC South. It doesn't seem as divisive. Like
no, but you're gonna try to win your division. If you
no,
get to
but what I'm saying is like there's certain like Brett Favre has played in Green Bay and he's played in Minnesota.
Did he go straight to Minnesota or he went to New York?
He went to New York first.
Okay, well see that's the thing.
Yeah.
He went to New York first and then he went to Minnesota. They weren't plus he retired.
But he chose to go to New York. He chose to go there.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I just see that point too.
Wherever he goes, it doesn't matter. He needs to
It's
get the
gonna be
fuck
an
out of
honor.
Houston, man.
Yeah.
Houston is just that dude. Those people.
They're gonna waste his talent.
Yeah.
All right. Who was it that touched the college, whatever topic? After the national championship game, should Smith from Alabama go number 2 or even number 1?
I don't think he should go number 2 because the Jets have number 2, and they're just gonna waste his life, not his talent. Like this dude might become a alcoholic. In New York.
and you can't draft the number 1 because they need the quarterback to throw to
Yeah.
him. Blake Bortles.
But they were talking about maybe Watson going to the Jags on a trade for the number 1 pick, something like that. It was.
But then
rumored,
were they
I think.
gonna draft a quarterback? That would be. Well, I mean,
But
I
if
guess
he doesn't
if
want
wants
to be there,
leave,
you
but
can get Trevor Lawrence, or you can get, Trevor Lawrence. I mean,
I
they
don't
could
know if I
work.
would like that. But I mean, that wouldn't be bad. But going back to
Yeah, Smith.
Smith, first of all, that guy, I know it's just college, right? But man, he's a beast. But no, I don't think he should go 1 or 2. But he's gonna go top 10 for sure. And I would have to look at the teams.
And
might even go top 5. I would have to look at the teams, honestly.
Well, I mean, so let's just say hypothetically, Jacksonville keeps the number 1 pick. They take Trevor Lawrence. Okay, the Jets are up at number 2. They could go Fields quarterback, or they could go for another quarterback. But they have Sam Darnold, who they've invested in, and really, what is Sam Darnold missing? An offensive threat.
But I don't think Darnold.
But Darnold is like running for. He's seeing ghosts, dude. Like he needs offensive linemen.
Right. Well, you can still get good offensive linemen in the 2nd and 3rd round, but do you pass up a talent like that?
Yes, if you, yeah.
I mean, for them,
for the Jets, I'm talking
for the
Jets.
team, of course, you would want to get him. But yeah, I mean, you would ruin his career, in my opinion. It'd be kind of messed up. I wouldn't want him to go there. I'll tell you that.
But is the number 1 offensive lineman going to make an impact right away?
Fuck yeah, especially on the blind side, homie. Have you not watched the movie?
Yeah, like, he says it all.
What I'm saying is,
yo, have you never been adopted by a white lady and been put on the blind side, and the lady comes to you and tells you, "You see this man? He's your little brother. What you do in the truck for your little brother? You protect him, all right?" That's what Darnold wants. He wants to get treated like the little brother on blind side.
No, I'm saying you draft linemen.
Let me tell you this real quick. So you got Jacksonville.
My bad.
You got Jacksonville, New York Jets, Atlanta, Houston. If Deshaun Watson was to stay, that would be pretty good with him in Houston.
But he's not on a 5.
No, it's 4. Smith, and you got Atlanta 3. They're not gonna get another.
Shit, Atlanta should. Fuck.
Atlanta
I think it's Matt Ryan.
You got
he retired.
He retired.
He did retire.
Matty Ice retired.
Oh, they're gonna go for a quarterback then.
That's the last I heard was he retired. I'll double check on that, but I'm pretty sure he
welcome
retired.
to Atlanta.
Then you got Philadelphia,
where the play is play.
Could use it. Cincinnati. Hey, Cincinnati with Joe Burrow, 6. And then you got Detroit, Carolina, Denver. If he could get to the Chargers, we'll take him. But we're not until like 13. But
what happened to the confidence with Herbert, man?
He's a wide receiver.
Huh? Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. My bad. We were talking about quarterbacks. My bad.
No, yeah, Herbert's good. That's what I'm saying. We'll take him, even though we have good wide receivers. Though.
Yeah, I think he could go number 2 because honestly, he's really talented, and I think their mentality is that we might not find someone with that kind of talent in a long time, but that's not what they need. That's not what the Jets need. They need offensive linemen, I think.
No, but you can still draft decent offensive linemen in the 2nd and 3rd round.
Right.
But you're
saying that there's no one that is like spectacular right now to get.
I don't know.
Like, is that
one of those guys from Alabama? One of those guys from OU? OU, as much shit we're gonna talk about OU, they always come out with good offensive line.
Dude, Quinn Nelson, he went number 4 or 5 when he got drafted. That motherfucker made an entire world difference, man. Because nobody can get to the quarterback. Now we can actually play. So. But he's right. You should be able to get linemen that later on.
But he's also.
But do the Jets know how to get these people? Fuck.
But you also could get a wide receiver 2nd or 3rd round that'll end up really good.
But not him. That's the whole thing. Not him. Dude had 212 yards in the first half with 3 TDs. And he's like, fuck it. I ain't coming in. It's over. I already did what I had to do.
Yeah.
You know.
I got you. Yeah. First Heisman to win.
All right, moving on.
First wide receiver to win a Heisman with like 25 years.
All right, that just about sums it up, ladies and gentlemen. I'll let these boys do their outro real quick. It's time for that last call, boys. So who do we start with?
Marlon, go ahead.
Mr. Marlon, all right.
All right. I guess to wrap it all up, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in for another week. If it's your first week, welcome. And yeah, man, wrapping up football season, so it should be pretty exciting. Basketball is getting intriguing. We're gonna talk about some topics and come watch our little short vids after this. If you guys have a chance, we're gonna talk about some basketball topics, and soccer's starting to look good. Also, we're gonna talk about some soccer. So just start watching if you guys can our episodes. We're also gonna have little short vids to keep you guys if you can't watch the whole episode, just to keep you intrigued. So let us know if you like it, and we'll keep doing some shorter vids so y'all can stay in tune and not have to watch such long videos.
Or long outros. Just
always trying to be funny.
Shout out to Andy DeLeon. I heard you. He'll know this reference.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay. Shout out to Andy DeLeon indeed. Willie?
Yeah. No, I was just going to say that, if you guys have ideas of what we can talk about in the sports, like certain topics, and just kind of hit us up. You can DM us or call us or just write it on a comment or whatever. And because football's about to end, so we need more things to talk about and sports related. And even if it's not sports related, we can record episodes about other topics. Like it can be real life shit too. So, you guys like let us know and we'll record it.
Yeah, Willie's getting caught up on the Avengers. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be a good
Hell
topic.
yeah, I watched like 8 of those movies.
I mean, he's about 13 years late, but hey, we're getting there.
Shit, man, I'm a busy man, homie.
All right, I just want to say thanks to all our viewers, all our subscribers, and for those who haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button. And just good luck to the Browns this week, and hopefully they make it a good game. But as always, go Chiefs. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This was Raising the Bar.